Good evening and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining William Osler Health Systems Community Telephone Town Hall. My name is Hima Ramlo-Chintuit, and I'm a member of Osler's Patient and Family Advisory Council. I'm a proud Canadian woman of Guyanese heritage and have called Brampton my home for the past 40 years. My parents settled here in the 80s when the original Peel Memorial Hospital was already a cornerstone of care in our growing city. Over the years, my family and extended family have all received care across Osler's various sites for everything from routine procedures to critical health events, and have experienced firsthand the importance of compassion and person-centered care. In addition to being a human resources executive in Toronto, I joined the Patient and Family Advisory Council at Osler because I'm deeply connected to the healthcare system, both personally and professionally, and I want to help shape meaningful, lasting improvements. I'm pleased to be back here moderating another important telephone town hall. Please note that tonight's call is being recorded and will be available on Osler's website. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge that our health system is situated on the traditional lands of the Huron-Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, the Anishinaabe, and the Mississaugas of the First Nations. We respectfully recognize a multitude of distinct First Nations, Inuit, Métis, and urban Indigenous peoples who are the original caretakers of the lands and the waters now known as Canada. Indigenous peoples' knowledge, wisdom, and traditional practices are invaluable enrichments to society, past, present, and future. Indigenous peoples experience ongoing injustices due to colonialism, including the impact of intentionally harmful and unjust healthcare and research practices. These violations continue to affect the health and well-being of Indigenous peoples, resulting in the intergenerational trauma of individuals, families, and communities. Aligned with our commitment to equity, diversity, inclusion, and health justice, we have shared responsibility to lead with our organization's value of respect, service, compassion, and collaboration. With gratitude, we commit to ongoing learning and action by cultivating authentic relationships with Indigenous peoples, caring for the land to support healthy communities, educating ourselves on Indigenous cultures, providing care with cultural humility informed by Indigenous practices and beliefs, and respecting Indigenous ways of healing. This evening, Osler's leaders will share hospital updates, including progress on the new Peel Memorial Hospital, which recently celebrated its groundbreaking, Osler's affiliation with Toronto Metropolitan University, New School of Medicine, the latest on new innovative academic practice partnerships that will enhance patients' care, and more. Over the next hour, we look forward to engaging in meaningful conversations with you, either on the phone or through questions submitted on Osler's website. I will also be asking you a few polling questions to which you can also respond using your phone or on Osler's website. I will provide instructions when we are ready for those questions. To be placed in queue to ask a question, please press *3 on your phone at any time, or submit a question at William Osler, that is WILLIAMOSLERHS.ca/townhall. That's WilliamOslerHS.ca/townhall. We will get to as many of your questions as possible. For those callers who we cannot respond to during this 1-hour live event, I'll provide instructions at the end of the call on how to leave your questions so Osler can get back to you. To those joining us, welcome to the William Osler Health Systems Community Telephone Town Hall. I would now like to invite Michael Torrance, Osler Board Director, to say a few words.
Thank you, Hima, and good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be part of tonight's event. This is my first time speaking at an Osler Community Telephone Town Hall, and I'm excited to be here. By way of introduction, I'm a proud resident of Brampton. I've been here for the last 15 years. I'm a lawyer by training. I have an interest in sustainability, and my 2 kids were both born at the Brampton Civic Hospital. So volunteering with our local health system on the Osler board is a real privilege for me. I've been a member of Osler's board of directors since 2020 as a member of the Health Service.
I would now like to invite Michael Torrance, Osler board director, to say a few words.
Sorry, everyone, that we got disconnected, and apologies if I repeat myself, but I'll start again. Thank you, Hima, for that introduction, and good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be part of tonight's event. This is my first time speaking at an Osler Community Telephone Town Hall, and I'm excited to be here. By way of introduction, I'm a proud resident of Brampton. I've been here for 15 years. I'm a lawyer by training with an interest in sustainability, and both of my children were born at the Brampton Civic Hospital. So volunteering with our local health system on the Osler board is a real privilege for me. I've been a member of Osler's board of directors since 2020, currently actually as a member of the Health Services and Quality Committee of the board and formerly on the Audit and Resources Committee. I value Osler's commitment to having open and transparent communications with the community, and we sincerely appreciate you joining us tonight. We really look forward to hearing your feedback and questions to help make us the best health system we can be. Before our leaders share their updates, I want to take a moment to reflect on the pride I feel in our organization. Osler's leadership, frontline teams, learners, and volunteers are all incredibly dedicated and consistently going beyond for patients and families. On behalf of the entire Osler board, I want to offer my gratitude to them all and to you, our valued community, for your ongoing support of our hospital system. I'm really excited for Osler's future. With steady progress on hospital redevelopment, our partnership with Toronto Metropolitan University's new School of Medicine in Brampton, Osler's new academic practice partnerships, and more. The future of healthcare in this community has never been brighter. I will now pass it back to Hima.
Thank you, Michael, for your leadership and kind words. For those who've just joined, if you'd like to ask a question or make a comment, press *3 on your phone. This will bring you into the question queue to speak with one of Osler's leaders. We kindly ask that you keep your question brief so we can get to as many as possible. I'd now like to ask Dr. Frank Martino, Osler's President and CEO, to say a few words.
Thank you, Hima, and good evening, everyone. Hima, thank you for once again hosting this important dialogue with our community. And thank you, Michael, for your uplifting words. I agree that connecting with our community is a vital part in what we should do. Spring is a time of renewal, and at Osler, this season also marks an exciting new chapter for healthcare in our region. Actually, on March 28th, we took a significant step forward in increasing hospital and healthcare capacity, breaking ground on the exciting next phase in the transformation of Peel Memorial into Brampton's second hospital. We were joined by Ontario Premier Doug Ford, Deputy Premier and Minister of Health Sylvia Jones, Minister of Infrastructure Kinga Surma, and our Mayor Patrick Brown. There were key dignitaries, board members, and valued donors as we celebrated the start of early construction. My colleague, Scott Patterson, will speak to this in more detail a little later in the program. This exciting milestone coincided with another important moment in our history, the 100th anniversary of Peel Memorial. To mark this occasion, we're celebrating all year with the Peel Memorial 100 Proud Past, Bold Future campaign. Through a series of stories and events, the campaign honors the outstanding contributions of our community, our partners, donors, and healthcare teams who played a vital role in shaping Peel Memorial's legacy of care. You can share your memories as well, right through our website, whether it is a story of exceptional care, a person who made a difference, or a moment that defines Peel Memorial's legacy. So please go to the website and share your stories. On the topic of celebrations, over the past few weeks, we celebrated Volunteer Week, Doctor's Day, and Nursing Week, all who make such a profound impact on the lives of people each and every day. I would like to express sincere thanks to all of our teams for continuing to provide outstanding care to our community. In the coming weeks, we'll be releasing Osler's annual report. It is an opportunity to share the incredible work our teams to bring world-class health care to our communities. I encourage you to read this report when it appears on our website. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge Tiziana Rivera, Osler's Executive Vice President of Quality, Research, and Chief Nursing Executive, who is named the recipient of the prestigious 2025 Nursing Leadership Award by the Canadian College of Health Leaders. So on behalf of everyone at Osler, we congratulate Tiziana on this well-deserved recognition and extend our deepest gratitude for her outstanding contribution to patient safety, nursing education, and innovation in healthcare, not only within our hospital, throughout our community, and across the country. Before I pass it back to Hima, I would like to also thank our patients and families for their continued trust in us, to our community and government partners for their support, and to our donors for their continuous generosity. Thank you again for joining us tonight, and I look forward to seeing you in the community over the next few months, as our teams will be ready to engage with you at events including select dates at the Brampton Farmers Market. So I look forward to seeing you. Now, Hima, back over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Martino. I'd like to now have Dr. Hamid Shah, Osler's Vice President of Academics, to speak.
Thank you, Hima. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Hamish Shah, Vice President, Academics at Osler, and I'm delighted to share the good things taking shape in our own backyard. Similar to Michael, this is my first Osler Community Telephone Town Hall, and I'm very pleased to be here. For many years, Osler has been known as a place that provides great care. Now we are building on that strong foundation and working towards becoming a full academic health center. In plain language, that means the doctors and nurses who look after you will also teach and conduct research, bringing the newest ideas from labs and classrooms straight to the bedside. In a few weeks, Osler will welcome the first class from the new Toronto Metropolitan University School of Medicine in Brampton. These learners will train in our hospitals and local family doctors' offices. They'll see the full picture of health, how housing, income, and culture shape well-being, and learn to care for the whole person, not just the illness. I would like to share a story from my own residency training that shows how this can be true. A young newcomer to Canada that I met, and who had a complicated liver disease, believed he would die. As a result, he left school, didn't pursue relationships, and isolated himself. Under my supervisor's guidance, I explained that a brand new medication could cure him, and we treated him successfully. 5 years later, I met him again, but this time he was a graduate student at a local university hoping to research liver disease. What a moment for me and him. Osler already teaches family medicine residents from McMaster and the University of Toronto, so we know the power of growing our own. More than 40% of past trainees chose to stay and practice in our region. With TMU on board, that number will only rise. Imagine hundreds of bright new physicians who understand our community's languages, customs, and needs, because they grew up and trained right here. By adding education and research to our incredibly strong clinical base, we are creating a health system that gives better answers faster for every patient who walks through our doors. Together, we are turning Osler into a place where healthcare talent is cultivated, discoveries are made, and people in our communities get the right care close to home. Thank you for your trust, your questions, and your partnership on this exciting road ahead. Hima, back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Shah. As a reminder, if you would like to ask a question or make a comment, press *3 on your phone. We kindly ask that you keep your question or comment brief so that we can get to as many questions as possible. We would now like to open the line to answer your questions. Press *3 on your phone to bring you into the question queue and speak with Osler's leaders. Again, we kindly ask that you keep your question brief so that we can get to as many as possible. Our next question is from Mira online. What are Osler's top priorities for 2024? Dr. Martino, can you?
Hi, Mira, and thank you for your question. Actually, last fall, we officially launched our new 5-year strategic plan, and we purposely titled it Going Beyond for Our People and Communities. I believe it's our most exciting and ambitious plan to date, leading to what I believe will be the most transformative and also most historic chapter yet for Osler and for healthcare in this region. For the next 5 years, this plan will be our North Star. Everything we do from the board table to the bedside, both within and beyond Osler's walls, will be guided by our 5-year strategic plan and 5 strategic directions, which I feel are extremely important. They focus on quality excellence, organizational effectiveness, people and culture, health system leadership, and yes, research and academics. But what is most important is the one in the middle, people, and culture, because they truly define our organization. This year, we look forward to starting early construction at Peel Memorial, as I said earlier, and laying down the groundwork for a new tower and expanding services across the communities we serve. We will also continue to work with the Toronto Metropolitan University to open the new School of Medicine, and we look forward to receiving medical residents joining us here at Osler, in fact, in just the next couple of months. So it's an exciting time for Osler, and we really look forward to the next 5 years.
Thank you, Dr. Martino. Our next question is from Gita. Gita, welcome, and please ask your question.
Hi, my mother is 95 years old, and I am in the impression that we don't have enough geriatric doctors to look after our seniors, and my mother was referred to the geriatric services at Brampton Memorial Hospital, Civic Center, I think, at the Brampton Hospital from Etobicoke, but we are still in the waiting list since January. And they said she might get seen by December of this year, and she's already 95, and she's very fragile. We don't know how to carry her to the doctor all the time. So we are looking for some kind of help. I have no idea where to look for help anymore.
Thank you for your question. Kiki, would you be able to speak to this?
Yes. Good evening, Gita. Thank you very much for your question. I'm sorry to hear that your mother is not doing well. In terms of our geriatric services, you're going to hear a little bit later when I talk, we're actually a nationally recognized program, an award-winning program. But in terms of getting access for yourself, for your mom rather, there's two ways we can help you. First, I would suggest you call our patient experience office. And the number is directly on our website. The second thing is I'd like you to talk to your primary care doctor. They can help speed up your referral based on the urgency of your situation. Also, in the meantime, if you need any help, you can also talk to your primary care physician about what other resources are there to help your mom. For all the other listeners as well, if you go to 811.ca, there's a lot of health information there to help you navigate the healthcare system. You can also call 811 directly and get a lot of information as well. But for you personally, Gita, please call the patient experience office at 905-494-2120, extension 56565. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiki. Our next question is from Shaquem online. What efforts are being made towards decreasing wait times? Kiki, would you be able to answer that?
Yes. Thank you very much for your question, Shaquem. It really depends on which area, but we're very focused on wait times. Coincidentally, again, I'm also going to talk a little bit on wait times when I'm up and set to speak. So stay tuned for that. What's really important to note is our wait times are actually quite good in most areas. And sometimes you do have to wait now for surgery for your knee and your hips, but even that has improved for us as an organization. As I mentioned to Gita, if you're ever concerned about your wait times in terms of getting a referral, please make sure you're talking to your primary care physician. That's really important. Again, based on the seriousness of your situation or the changing or evolving health picture, you can have your appointment reprioritized. Something that we have at Osler is our emergency time wait clock that is online. That can help you in terms of the best time of day to come to the emergency department if you're talking about emergency department wait times. Thanks for your question.
Thank you, everyone. To ask a question or make a comment during the live event, press *3 on your phone. This will bring you into the question queue to speak with one of OSLR's leaders. We kindly ask that you keep your questions brief so we can get to as many as possible. Before we take more phone and web questions, I'd like to invite Scott Patterson, Vice President of Facilities, Operations, and Capital Development at OSLR, to share the latest on OSLR's redevelopment project.
Thank you, Hema. Good evening, everyone. I'm really pleased to be here tonight to share the exciting updates on the transformation of the new Peel Memorial Hospital. As Dr. Martino mentioned, OSLR recently celebrated the groundbreaking of Peel Memorial's new hospital. This was a momentous occasion, marking the start of early construction for Brampton's second hospital in 2025. This phase includes site preparation, support for the construction of the new patient tower. Work is currently underway to build a new temporary road from John Street to Lynch Street to the east and Kern intersection. A new bus stop shelter, grade revisions, underground services, fencing, street lighting, and more. Once construction of the new tower starts, the temporary fire road will become the main access road to the main entrance of the Peel Memorial from John Street. We are thrilled to move ahead with the building of the new Peel Memorial Hospital, which will provide even more access to important healthcare services for our growing community. I'm also pleased to report that a request for proposals for the new Peel Memorial Hospital has been closed, and the proposals are now being evaluated by Infrastructure Ontario and OSLR. We work collaboratively with the top-ranked teams during the development phase, and the final design and construction timeline will be established in partnership with the successful proponents. As with any large-scale construction project, the key dates are subject to change and pending additional approvals. We are very excited to continue the transformation of Peel Memorial into Brampton's new hospital, bring state-of-the-art facility that will ensure our communities have timely access to high-quality care close to home, when and where they need it the most. Together, we are building a healthier future for generations to come. Please follow along with this exciting project by checking OSLR's website and following us on social media channels. I'll now turn it back to Hema.
Thank you, Scott. That's amazing news for the community. Thank you for sharing. I would now like to ask Ken Mayhew, OSLR Foundation's President and CEO, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Hema, and I'm very happy to be back with everyone again tonight. As you've heard, there's certainly a lot to celebrate here at OSLR, including, as you heard from Scott and Dr. Martino, Peel Memorial Hospital's incredible 100th anniversary. You know, I've always been intrigued by the story behind the story, about how some people can take a bold dream and turn it into reality, and how those actions can have a profound impact, literally, on generations. That is exactly what happened in 1910, when a group called the Women's Institute of Brampton set out to build Peel's first and only hospital to care for their blossoming and growing community of 3,000 people. Through their determined, steadfast fundraising efforts and donations large and small, in 1925, as you know, Peel Memorial Hospital opens its doors, and it becomes a place of hope and care and compassion, a place built by the community for the community. Today, inspired by the leadership and vision of those who came before us, we stand at the forefront of another healthcare transformation that will literally impact generations in Brampton and beyond. But many people don't realize that 100% of the equipment in our hospitals and even 10% of new buildings must be funded with and through the community. And to me, supporting Peel Memorial is just about more than bricks and mortar. In the same way you supported the new enhanced capacity at Etobicoke General Hospital, which literally enabled us to hold the line during the pandemic, or the way you rallied to make Brampton Civic Hospital reality about 15 years ago, it's actually about, as Scott said, ensuring every single person has access to the care that they need close to home and when they need it most. As Hema mentioned, many of us have our own Peel Memorial story. Maybe like me, it involved a broken bone, or like Dr. Martino, who has some amazing memories that involved helping deliver a generation of little ones into the world of Peel. As I said off the top, I've always been interested in the story behind the story, and sometimes history repeats itself. I truly believe this is our moment, our chance to be part of Brampton's history, to be something greater than ourselves. Our community, proud, vibrant, growing, diverse, desperately needs a second hospital. And this is our moment to transform healthcare, to invest in the future of our city, to create a legacy that will last for generations. And to do so, we need your help, just as we did 100 years ago. Please visit peelmemorial100.ca. That's peelmemorial100.ca to share your own memories of Peel Memorial. You can also make a donation to cement your place in the next 100-year legacy of local healthcare here in Brampton. That's peelmemorial100.ca. Every donation counts. Every donation makes a difference, and we're so grateful for the legacy of tremendous community support here in Brampton. I'd now like to turn things back to Hema.
Thank you, Ken. Author Foundation does so much to support healthcare for our community. We very much appreciate everything you and your team do for our hospital and in turn for our community. We will now ask our polling question. To answer the question, please press the number on your phone that corresponds with your answer. Before this evening, were you aware of Author's plans to transform the Peel Memorial site into Brampton's new hospital? Press 1 if your answer is yes. I'm very aware of Author's plans to transform Peel Memorial. Press 2 if your answer is I'm aware but don't know the details. Press 3 if your answer is no. I was not aware of Author's plans to transform Peel Memorial before this evening. Let me repeat the questions and your response choices. Before this evening, were you aware of Author's plans to transform the Peel Memorial site into Brampton's new hospital? Press 1 if your answer is yes. I'm very aware of Author's plan to transform Peel Memorial. Press 2 if your answer is I'm aware but don't know the details. Press 3 if your answer is no. I was not aware of Author's plans to transform Peel Memorial before this evening. We now would like to open the line to answer more of your questions. Please press *3 on your phone to bring you into the question queue and speak with Author's leaders. Again, we kindly ask that you keep your questions brief so that we can get to as many as possible. Our next question is from Tammy. Tammy, can you please give us your question? Tammy, are you online? Okay, we are going to turn to our online questions. We have a question from Ava. How is Author going to integrate the new TMU School of Medicine students into its current operations? Dr. Shaw, would you be able to help us with that?
Yes, thanks. I think this is a great example of how when partners rally around a common vision, great things can happen. With Osler as its primary clinical partner, and we have strong support from the City of Brampton, the TMU School of Medicine is going to train a diverse and inclusive team of future doctors who not only understand the unique healthcare needs of Brampton and its surrounding communities, but who are also eager to practice medicine where they live and learn. And we will be building on our long-standing commitment to physician and clinician training by providing an important learning environment for those medical learners in one of Ontario's leading health systems. We actually just heard that in TMU's incoming undergraduate medical class, 1/3 of students are from Brampton and Peel region, which is incredible. And as part of their education, most of these TMU medical students and residents will train alongside Osler's highly skilled clinical teams and provide care directly to patients, benefiting from our organization's focus on exemplary, evidence-based, equitable, innovative, interdisciplinary care. I could go on. Students will gain experience also in community-based primary care settings. So we're very excited about the significant contributions that TMU School of Medicine will make to strengthen community health and wellness and to just help our patients, families, and the community achieve their best health outcomes.
Thank you. Our next question is from Ramesh. Ramesh, can you please give us your question?
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I don't have question. I have just appreciation word for the medical staff in Brampton Civic Hospital. And this was the first time I have been admitted in emergency ward on May 6, 2025. And the treatment, everything I got for more than 6 hours is unbelievable. I don't have any question. I have only appreciation word for the medical staff. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramesh, for your comment, and I'm very happy to hear about your experience in our emergency department. We would love to connect with you and capture your full story and your words for our care team and physicians. There are a few ways you can contact us to share your journey and your experience, by phone or on our website or by email. I'll just share our phone number and extension 905-494-2120. Extension is 56565. We would love to hear from you, and we would really, really value sharing your feedback with the clinicians who cared for you as well. Thank you for your comment.
Thank you. I think we have Tammy back on the line. Tammy, do you have a question for us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I'm just wondering, I've been in the cancer ward now for quite some time, since like November, and I just recently am starting radiation. Is William Osler anytime soon going to be putting in like the radiation machines in there in like the cancer part? Because I'm having to go all the way to Credit Valley to do that.
Thank you. I'll ask Kiki to give us an answer on that.
Tammy, thank you very much for your question. I'm sorry for what you're going through, but know that we're definitely here for you. Our cancer center has some of the best innovations in this country. Unfortunately, radiation is not one of those things, but we're doing something about it. We are in the process of planning for our cancer center, which will include what we call radiation bunkers. The plan has been approved to go forward, and we proceed with the steps through that with the Ministry of Health. We know that care close to home is really important, and we've been advocating to make sure that we get these facilities at Osler so you don't have to travel to Credit Valley. So stay tuned for that.
Thank you, Kiki. We have another question from Ian. Ian, can you please ask your question?
So what's the name again?
Ian?
Oh, hi. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And it's more like of a comment, because usually I'm in the typical William Osler area, and I was involved in a car accident. So my experience was the wait time for CT scan and MRI. It's really, really ridiculous. So I asked my specialist to fax my, let's say, for the CT. So other hospitals are faster than William Osler. So are you guys planning to do anything about it? To, even like I asked them to send it to the Brampton one, and it was faster. And the other thing is, for the newcomers, a lot of the times their challenges are the lack of the language barrier. So they get intimidated going to the hospital, or at times I feel like it's not like they're being brushed off, but it's just the wait time of the emergency. It's hard. So I just want to know, because they're not aware of that 211. It's available for them, so they can get a translator. So if there's anything that you guys are planning to do to connect within the community, so they can get the support that they need, and also this wait time for the MRI or the CT. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, again, and sorry for the technical difficulties that we're having. Ian, thank you for your question. Kiki, could you answer that, please?
Yes, for sure. Thank you for your question. I hope you're feeling better now since your car accident. As I mentioned previously, our wait times, even in CT scan and MRI, are actually very good. As you know, CTs and MRIs are prioritized by whoever referred you for that test. And depending on that prioritization, your wait times will change. In terms of a CT scan and MRI that you're waiting for, if you're still waiting for a scan, as I mentioned previously, please connect with your primary care physician in case that has changed. We know that as a province, we're working together as an entire system to improve CTs and MRI wait times, and many hospitals have been approved for new scanners, and we ourselves have received a lot of support from the Ministry of Health to increase the number of hours we are operating our machines so that we can make sure that we're using them 24 hours a day. And in fact, many of you might know, you might be called for an appointment in the middle of the night if it's suitable for you in order to get your test faster. We also offer our services at each site interchangeably. So if you have an MRI and the wait time's a little bit longer at Brampton Civic, you can go to our other site at Etobicoke General, which might have a shorter wait time. And you're offered that at the time of your booking. So those are some of the ways that we've tried to improve our wait times, and I think we've done a great job in closing that gap. You can also call the DI referral line from 8 to 4, Monday to Friday at 905-494-6688 to ask about your referral and the date and time of your appointment. That's 905-494-6688.
Thank you, Kiki. So our next question is online from Rachel. How does the work of the Osler Research Institute for Health Innovation directly impact the day-to-day care provided at the bedside? I'll ask Tiziana to answer that, please.
Thank you, Rachel, for your question. Ori High's work directly impacts bedside care by helping turn real-world challenges into research-driven solutions that improve how we care for patients. For example, in cancer care, Osler's research team, led by Dr. Parneet Cheema, has brought international clinical trials right to our patients. That means access to cutting-edge treatments and faster, more personalized care, thanks in part to advanced genetic testing done right here in our hospital. In critical care, Dr. Alexandra Bini's team has embedded research into daily ICU workflows. During COVID-19, this allowed patients to access life-saving therapies like remdesivir and other drugs often before they were widely available. So whether it's oncology, critical care, or another department, Ori High's research is designed to improve outcomes and make a real difference in the care patients receive right at the bedside.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for your insightful questions. We will have time for more live questions in a few minutes. We would now like to announce the results of our polling question. Before this evening, were you aware of Osler's plans to transform the Peel Memorial site into Brampton's new hospital? 31% said yes, I'm very aware of Osler's plans to transform Peel Memorial. 40% said I'm aware but don't know the details. And 29% said no, I was not aware of Osler's plans to transform Peel Memorial before this evening. Thank you for your feedback. This is important information for Osler. I will now turn it over to Kiki Ferrari, Osler's Executive Vice President and Chief Clinical Officer.
Thank you, Hema. Good evening, everyone. Building on Michael and Dr. Martino's comments, I'm also incredibly proud of Osler's staff, physicians, and volunteers who use their skills and talents to provide innovative, compassionate, and quality care to this vibrant community. A great example of these efforts is Osler's surgical team, who recently performed their 1,000th robot-assisted total knee replacement surgery. This makes Osler one of 3 hospitals in Canada to reach this milestone using the ROSA knee system. This achievement reflects our commitment to delivering on our mission of innovative healthcare delivered with compassion. In addition to the amazing recognition our colleague Tiziana received, I'm pleased to share that Osler received 2 more honors from the Canadian College of Health Leaders that reflect our team's deep commitment to putting patients first. First, Osler was awarded the 2025 Excellence in Patient Safety Award for our Seniors Health Program and the implementation of the butterfly approach. This is an emotion-focused care model supporting older adults with dementia and has led to improved outcomes, including reduced falls, lower medication use, and improved patient quality of life. The second recognition is the 2025 Excellence in Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Accessibility Award, recognizing system-wide efforts to remove barriers and ensure equitable access to care. Osler is consistently working to support equity-deserving patients and families, and my colleague Yasser will speak to this a little later. These awards are a powerful affirmation of the incredible work happening across Osler every day to create a safe and equitable health system aligned with our vision for world-class healthcare inspired by our people and communities. Similar to many other hospitals in the province, Osler continues to see high volumes of sicker patients in our emergency department. And I assure you that our staff, physicians, and volunteers are working hard to ensure the community continues to receive the care it needs and deserves. I'm very proud to share that Etobicoke General currently has the second lowest wait time to see a physician in the province. And Brampton Civic ranks sixth among peers for wait times to see a doctor. It's important to note that care begins as soon as you are triaged and even before the doctor has seen you. So you might receive care even sooner. To help patients and families understand what to expect when visiting the urgent care center or one of our emergency departments, Osler provides wait time clocks available on our website at William Osler HS for Health System.ca. While wait times in the emergency department can vary depending on what your condition is, Osler teams are dedicated to caring for every single person who comes through our doors. Although the emergency department is the best place to go for care if you are seriously ill and for babies under 6 months, we would also like to remind you about the other options for care available to you and your families. These include Osler's Urgent Care Center at Peel Memorial, regional virtual urgent care services, calling 811, or going to the website health811.ontario.ca, or your family doctor. Remember, if you have a life-threatening emergency or aren't sure, call 911 for an ambulance. We are always here 24/7 and are ready to care for you. On behalf of Osler, we thank patients and families for their patience and understanding as our teams work hard to provide care to all. Thank you, and now I will pass it back to Hema.
Thank you, Kiki. Before we take more phone and web questions, I'd like to invite Tiziana Rivera, Executive Vice President, Quality Research and Chief Nursing Executive, to speak.
Thank you, Hema. Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to share some news with everyone this evening. Building on Dr. Shah's comments with regards to academics at Osler, over the last few months, Osler has celebrated 3 academic practice partnerships with renowned institutions. Many of you may be wondering, what is an academic practice partnership? It's a collaboration between post-secondary institutions, such as universities, and healthcare organizations to improve education, research, and patient care by working and learning together. Academic practice partnerships ensure our nurses are empowered and ready to lead the next generation of healthcare innovation. These partnerships are critical to advancing research, education, and clinical excellence across hospitals and post-secondary institutions. On April 1st, Osler and the University of Toronto's Centre for Healthcare Engineering launched a first-of-its-kind partnership in Canada. This collaboration gives healthcare engineering students specializing in human factors, the science of how people interact with tools, machines, and environments, a chance to work directly with our clinical teams in the clinical settings. Their goal is to improve patient safety, boost clinical efficiency, and support healthcare innovation by studying how people, tools, and systems work together to impact patient care and experience. The partnership allows students to gain real-world experience within a hospital setting, as well as integrate human factors into patient safety and healthcare innovation initiatives at Osler. On April 14th, Osler and Humber Polytechnic celebrated Canada's first formal collaboration of its kind between a polytechnic and a hospital to transform nursing education, enhance patient care, and strengthen the pathway of skilled nursing professionals through innovative clinical practice, education, and research. We also formally inaugurated our two dedicated education units, one at Brampton Civic Hospital and another one at Etobicoke General Hospital, as part of this collaboration. Early results of our work with Humber Polytechnic have demonstrated very positive results related to staff, patient, and student experience, as well as patient outcomes. Just last week during National Nursing Week, Osler announced an exciting new partnership with Toronto Metropolitan University's Daphne Cockwell School of Nursing. This agreement helps connect what nursing students learn in the classroom related to best practice guidelines with real-life care at the bedside. It gives TMU students the chance to apply the latest practices that they learned while working alongside our teams at Osler. Because these evidence-based practices are already part of how we care for patients at Osler, the clinical teams can offer students a truly supportive and hands-on learning environment. And because I mentioned Nursing Week, I want to take a moment to thank all of our nurses. As Osler's Chief Nursing Executive, I couldn't agree more with this year's National Nursing Week theme, the power of nurses to transform health. It's a powerful reminder of the impact nurses have on healthcare, innovation, and most importantly, on the lives of our patients and the community. I mentioned research a few times today, and that's no accident. At Osler, research is a vital part of how we advance care. Through the Osler Research Institute for Health Innovation, we support projects that lead to new, better ways of delivering care, and we always do this in collaboration with our communities, for our communities. If you're interested in the exciting work happening through the Institute, I encourage you to follow the Osler Research Institute for Health Innovation on LinkedIn for the latest news and upcoming events. Thank you for your time today, and back to you, Hima.
Thank you, Tiziana. We would now like to open the line to answer more of your questions. Press *3 on your phone to bring you into the question queue and to speak with Osler's leaders. Again, we kindly ask that you keep your question brief so that we can get to as many as possible. Our next question is from Swati. Swati, are you on the line?
Yes, I am. Hello, yes, I am on the line.
Yes, please ask.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, so my question is, like, as I heard, my college was not in partnership with William Osler, but I want to be a part of this team. I have done like healthcare leadership. So is there any possibility, or what should I do for that?
Thank you for your question. I'll ask Kiki or Yasser.
Swati, thank you for your question and comment. We love to hear from you, and there's a lot of ways to participate and support your community and organization. I'll list some. For example, you could volunteer with our hospital. You could think about donation to the hospital. There are employment opportunities that are available on our website as well, continuously listed there. You can also participate as a volunteer, what HEMA is doing today as a Patient Family Advisory Council member, and a lot of that information is available on the website as well. So if you just Google Patient Family Advisory Council, William Osler Health System, and it will direct you to that page to sign up. We are continuously recruiting and looking for members like you to participate and help grow our community and learn from you as well and your experiences.
Thank you. Our next question is from Marcy. Marcy, are you on the line?
Yes, I am. Good evening. How are you guys?
Great.
All good? You guys all good?
We are. What is
Okay,
your question
great.
for us tonight?
Yes, I do. It is a very cold evening this evening, but I just wanted to ask you, Peel Memorial, I didn't know it was going to be part of the Brampton family, but I did have to use it last year, and I found it very difficult to find. There wasn't enough signage or big ways to, go there. I was, kind of confused, and I kind of got lost. So I was wondering if you're going to do anything about making it a little bit more easier for us to know that it's a little bit off the main street because you got to drive in the other street. Just wondering.
Thanks for your question, Marcy, and sorry to hear that you got lost. Scott, are you able to help us with this question?
Absolutely. I am sorry also to hear about that. Wayfinding and directional is something that all hospitals could do better, and we're unfortunately part of a big group. The good news is, with the new Peel Memorial development, we will be having our 24/7 emergency room. That brings with it the requirements for signage from Main Streets for patients, families, ambulances, everyone else. So to answer your question, the short answer is yes, we are going to be putting some main signs from the street to direct patients and everyone else who needs to get to us.
Thank you, Scott. Our next question is actually online from Richard. His question is, what services will be provided in the new Peel Memorial? Scott, you're up again.
I'm up again. Richard, thanks for the question. The new Peel Memorial will be transformational to the community's healthcare. The redevelopment includes a multi-story patient tower with inpatient beds and space to build more capacity in the future. In addition, a new emergency department plan includes many new beds for patients recovering from acute care stay who require specialized care before they can safely return to home. There will be more services for the community needs, including expanded outpatient clinics and services. The Peel Memorial, as mentioned before, will be part of the William Osler Health System, so this will actually also help create more capacity at Brampton Civic Hospital for patients who require shorter-term hospital stays.
Thank you, Scott. So we have one more online question from Shaquem. The question is, what new investments are being made specifically towards mental health care services? If you're able to help us with that one.
Yes, thank you. Mental health is definitely a priority for Osler along with the province. We have some great innovation going on with our mental health program. The first is the redevelopment activity we're doing at Peel Phase 2 will include enhanced mental health services. We also have a new program for adolescents that helps with self-harm. It is a fantastic program. It provides great resources to adolescents who have been experiencing more issues since the COVID pandemic. We're also very proud of our Step Care program, which is a program we've partnered with primary care physicians to provide so that you're getting more timely services with your primary care offices so you can get care immediately. And if you happen to get sicker, our emergency department is available for patients who are quite a bit more sick, and that's part of the Step Care program. So we're essentially diverting the lower acuity patients or patients who have less primary care so we can accommodate more of our mental health patients. Again, our wait times for mental health patients are very good because of this new change that we have made with primary care. Stay tuned for more updates in the future on mental health care.
Wonderful. Thank you, Kiki. And thank you, everyone, for your insightful questions tonight. Just a reminder that if we were unable to get to you tonight, we are gathering your information so we can get back to you and answer the questions you have as best as we can. I'd now like to invite Yasser Khaled, Director of People-Centered Care and Health Justice, to say a few words.
Thank you, Hema, and thank you for having me this evening. As Kiki mentioned earlier about the award in Excellence in Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Accessibility Award that OSLR received earlier this year, and as the Director of People-Centered Care and Health Justice, I cannot stress how much pride I feel that OSLR received this recognition. It reflects the collective effort and unwavering commitment to our entire organization and is reflective of the needs of OSLR's community. Health justice to OSLR and to me is not just an initiative, it is rooted in our organizational culture and values. We are intentionally building a system that recognizes every person's dignity, removes systemic barriers to care, and addresses systemic racism. At OSLR, our commitment to delivering compassionate, people-centered, and providing culturally safe care is foundational to who we are. Being people-centered is about focus on the patients, their family, and community, along with those that provide care, such as support services teams, professional healthcare providers, volunteers, and learners. OSLR staff and physicians champion continuous learning through co-creating safe spaces to build self-awareness, generate open dialogue, and learn from, with, and about each other. We're incredibly proud of our teams for their innovation and leadership to create a safe and equitable healthcare system that is aligned with our vision of world-class healthcare inspired by our people and communities. Before I conclude, I would like to thank you, Hema, for moderating tonight's event and to recognizing you for being a valued member of our Patient Family Advisory Council. The voices and the insights of our patient-family partners shape our policies, planning, and strategy, and patient education in meaningful ways. Their lived and living experiences help us stay grounded in what matters most, the people we serve. Thank you, everyone, and I'll turn it back to Hema.
Thank you, Yasser. I will now turn it over to Dr. Martino for some final thoughts.
Thank you, Hema, for once again guiding this evening's telephone town hall with such expertise. We're also thankful for the difference you continue to make here at OSLR. Many thanks to my colleagues for providing valuable updates and responding to our community's questions this evening. During this past hour, we've reached over, get this, I'm so proud of this, over 8,000 households. It's wonderful to have had the opportunity to connect with so many of you. We're proud to be your local hospital system, and your presence tonight reaffirms the strong bond we share as a community committed to health and well-being. We will be hosting another OSLR telephone town hall in the fall, and we hope you can join us once again. Until then, we will continue to keep you, your family, and the community updated on hospital matters through our communication channels. From all of us at OSLR, staff, physicians, learners, volunteers, please accept our heartfelt thanks for supporting our healthcare teams. Thank you, and please stay well.
This wraps our OSLR telephone town hall. Thank you to all of our speakers for your updates tonight, and thank you for our community for great questions and active participation. The recording of tonight's call will be available on OSLR's website in the next few days. If you have questions we did not get to, please email them to publicrelations@williamosler.ca, and we will respond to them in the coming days. Once again, that's public, PUBLICK, relations, RELATIONS, one word, at williamoslerhs.ca. Thank you again, and enjoy the rest of your evening.